Now the terminal operations, number of them. So there are some which will return Boolean values. Okay, for example, just to know, so okay, one more point about all these operations. Let me just put that point across. Fine, before I go over all those terminal operations. But yeah, it's mainly from the terminal operation that it happens. There is one more method in all the streams, which we don't call it as a terminal, or rather I will put it as terminal, but there is a method called close also. Returns void, and I need not explain what it does. Once you call close, that stream becomes unusable. Fine, it can't be used after this. Okay.
So it should be performed at last. Once you get a final.
You don't even need to perform.
It's automatically.
Once a terminal operation is done, all the intermediate streams and including the source, everything is getting closed.
So internally calls this.
But if you can also call the method. Right? If you call close, then don't call any other terminal. So there is one close operation, but one thing what I wanted to highlight was this. You have stream 1, right? Used a terminal intermediate operation to arrive at stream 2. Use another intermediate operation to arrive at stream 3. Okay, and then someone also says, okay, I have done this much. Now, let me call this and get the final result. So there is a terminal operation, let's say. When he does a terminal operation, this stream, this stream, this stream, all of them automatically closed. So, oh, I had done that account.stream. I have that stream saved as a variable somewhere. I have a reference to this object. No, that object would no longer be usable. You have used it with one intermediate operation, and that has ultimately done a terminal operation, and therefore this becomes unusable. And so close done on operation on a stream once the terminal has been applied.
Will it happen immediately as
Yes.
terminal? That's
Yeah, when you call the terminal, immediately. Yes. Okay, now let's go through this. So now we have these methods like all match, any match, and none match. Yeah, all match, any match, and none match. What are those? Sorry. The methods are all match, any match, and none match. All match. Fine. It would just simply return a Boolean parameter. In all three cases, parameter is a predicate. Predicate of T. Fine. So I want to test whether all of them have a balance greater than 1000. Okay. None match. None of them has balance less than 0. Fine. Any match. Oh, is there anyone whose balance greater than 1 crore? Anyone, at least one. Okay, one or more. Fine. So testing those, but once you do this, immediately all streams closed. You just get the result out of it and then no more streams. Fine. Clear? So this, see, all these stream operations, when you use a terminal operation, it's just a reduction operation. reduces to a single value. From a whole stream reduces to a single value. And these are all nothing but reductions. When all match, any match, none match. Clear what they are? They all take parameter as a predicate, some test. Find predicate of that particular element type. It's a stream of that particular type. The predicate should be of that same type. Okay. Returning single instance if available. Find any and find first. They're both doing same thing except for find any is for a parallel stream, find first is for a sequential stream. Fine, it's about parallel and sequential. Fine, the finder methods, just getting one value out of it. Okay. If it's a parallel stream, just give me any, but I just want one value. Fine, give me the first if it's a sequential. Find statistical. Okay. We have the count, min, max. Right? These are terminal, right? So count, min, max. When I use min and max, I'll have to pass a comparator. And I'll have to specify a comparator so that it can determine, comparison has to be there in order to find the min or a max. Fine. So I can just say, okay, just count them. How many elements we have now? Right? Count is just returning an int. Count will return long, sorry. Count will return long. Okay. Sum, sorry. Min and max, right? Now we have these average, sum. These two are additional methods available on the primitive streams. We have the int stream, long stream and double stream. There you would have these methods, average and sum. Okay. See, there you will again have those map methods and all such things would be there. Those intermediate operations, most of them available even on primitive streams. Fine. So this is statistical. Then we have methods for just doing a processing, like the for each, and for each in order. For each ordered, difference, parallel and sequential. When we say ordered, it is sequential. Okay, consumer, right? For each, and just give a consumer. The action to be taken on every element.
For each consumer returns every
Void. Return type for both methods is void. It's not returning a result for us, it's taking some action on all the elements of the stream.
we have a pass function.
What is the action to be taken on all the elements? So we are passing a consumer, return type void, right? Takes input and does something on it. Okay. We have method to return arrays. There is a toArray method. Fine, that simply returns an array, and there is the other toArray method. Now this is actually a generic method. ToArray with a parameter of type int function of array of A. It has a type parameter A. Let me explain what is this. Fine. The first is fine, toArray, and the second one, let's see that. Because the first one always returns the object array. Okay, so one is the toArray. In a stream of T, the toArray method returns object array. But we have type parameter A results in array of A, I think. 2 array, parameter is int function of array of A. Fine. Okay, so that's your int function. That's basically a supplier of array. You have your account stream. I'll just put one operation itself, accounts.stream. Okay, I'm not using any other no intermediate operation. Fine. Let me now here put the toArray method, and the parameter here, what I'm saying is, see, when it says int function for array of A, it would mean the input is int, a function whose input is a int value. So that int I'm calling as a size. New returns what? Return new account array of that size. Fine. So I have to give a function. I'll be given the size. You return the array of that size. Write a function. If given the size, you should be able to give the array of that size. That's what I have to pass. Function given an integer, give the array with that size. So this becomes a array of account. The whole expression is now a account array. Yeah.
But that will be empty array, right?
Yeah, what you are passing is empty array. That's fine. So you have to give it an array which can be getting populated. I give you the size so that I can populate. I want the array of this size from you. Fine?
We need to say new account size and we'll have to populate it.
Size is that int. He is giving the int. So I am writing a function. If you give me the size, I can give an array of that. That's the function I am passing.
Instead of that, if we have an account object, can we not simply say
Where?
data length
Where is the account object?
that on which we are calling the string?
This is my collection of account. So this is a method of the stream. This is the method of the stream. So this from here to here is a stream of account. This is yeah.
Stream of accounts, but
Yeah.
here to array we just have to specify the
It's a
size.
method on stream. Yeah.
We just have to specify the size. Size
No.
of the array that we want to
What we are passing to the toArray method is a int function.
int function.
So what is an int function?
We should return
A function which takes a int. ToInt function is the one which returns int. A function which takes int but returns whatever the type mentioned, array of A.
array of A.
Then the return has to be array of A. That's the int function of array. Fine, int function of array. So a function which takes an integer and returns an array for me.
So we just have to return int type.
Right. So that's what I have done. A function which takes a int, size here is type int, and it's creating an array for me. It's returning this array for me. So that's the function I have given. Give me an int, I'll give the array. Input is int and output is array.